So you probably clicked on this video wondering if you should get a CCNA or not. And I know there's going to be people who are telling you, oh, it's not worth it. Don't get it. It's a dead cert. You need to go with AWS. You need to go with Cloud Azure. Get the CompTIA security. You'll hear different things, right? So I'm just here to clarify things and tell you what the CCNA is used for and whether you should get it or not. So the first thing you want to remember is, what are you getting the CCNA for, right? Are you getting it to be a cloud engineer, a network engineer, a software engineer? You first have to understand what is your ultimate goal when getting the certification. And once you've decided on what your goal is, then you can finally decide on whether it's worth it for you. So if your goal is to become a network engineer, then I would 110% tell you that you need to get a CCNA certification. The CCNA at this point is almost like a standard certification that almost every network engineer strives to get and is almost expected at this point whenever you're looking for positions. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into LinkedIn and show you the importance of having a CCNA, especially when you're looking for network engineering positions, because they're going to all be almost asking for CCNAs. All right, welcome back, everybody. I just want to go ahead and go over some of the positions for network engineers and just show you what type of positions you can find when looking for them. So let's look at this one right here, LuxLoft. There's a resource for ACI. So you can see here Cisco Nexus, Cisco routing and switching, Cisco ASI, and basically, if they're asking for a Cisco experience, hint, hint, that probably means they want either a Cisco certification or on-the-job experience with Cisco products, right? So that's just something they're looking for here. Senior network engineer. Let's take a look at this position. If we scroll all the way to the bottom, because usually all of the job requirements are going to be towards the bottom of the list. It seems like they want a CCNP, right? And this is keep in mind, this is for a senior level position, right? And there's something I want you guys to know, right? When it comes to the job requirements in positions, it's always a wish list, right? You don't have to meet every single one of these requirements if you don't meet it, right? If you don't, let's say you have 5 years experience, do not apply. Don't avoid applying if you don't have 8 years of experience, right? Apply anyways, right? Let them reject you, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? So there's nothing wrong with applying to positions that you don't feel comfortable or you don't feel ready to take. In my opinion, I think it's almost better for you to just apply and just test the waters, right? Because this is mainly what they're looking for, is someone highly experienced, right? And obviously this is a senior position, so if you're not a senior, I would not apply to this at all. But as you can see here, they do require a CCNP, right? And that's the next step up after the CCNA, right? So let's look at another position. Chubani, let's see what we could get here. Maintain an understanding of the internet and its workings, DNS, DHCP, IP routing. So basically all this stuff is 802.11, DNS, DHCP. All this stuff right here is covered with the CCNA for sure. Let's see if it asks for that certification. Yep, right here. Current CCNP. Like I said, nowadays they're almost asking for CCNPs, but you guys can easily get by with the CCNA, right? Don't even worry about this. I remember the position I applied to, they wanted someone with a CCNP, but I only had a CCNA and I ended up getting hired. And you're gonna learn so much more why you get the job. So do not and there's something I want you guys to know is, if you get your CCNP and your CCNA and you have no experience, it actually makes you look worse than having a CCNA with experience. So don't be the person who's just getting more and more certs. I would say just get one cert and then get a position, and then use that experience with the cert to get your next position, and then maybe get another cert after that. So that's just something I want you guys to know. But they do cover all this stuff here. Let's look for another position. Let's look at network support engineer. So if you go here, let's see what we can find. Responsibilities, IP, T1, job requirements. CCNA or equivalent experience is preferred, right? So the CCNA will give you the status of equivalent experience, right? So a lot of people say, I don't have experience. How do I break into the industry? If you don't have experience, you get the CCNA to show them that you do have the expertise and knowledge to be able to do the job, right? So if you have 3 years of experience, obviously you don't need a CCNA to prove that you can become a network engineer, right? But if you don't have the experience, then you would get the CCNA. This is why I love seeing this kind of stuff, because it just shows you guys, like, focus on getting the certification. A lot of people tell you don't get a certification; it's a waste of time. You don't need it. But in my opinion, it's such a valuable asset to have on your resume, and it will just help you when you start applying to jobs, doing interviews. And because when you actually get the certification, you've learned a lot anyways. So when you do go through the interviews, you should be able to explain yourself and understand, like, and know what to expect when you do the job, right? So that's just something I want you guys to know. That's basically it, guys. You can see here, most positions are asking for CCNA or CCNP, but if it does ask for CCNP, guys, it's more, a CCNA is way more than enough. And I probably said CCNA way too many times in this video. But with that being said, yes, the CCNA is worth it in 2024. Don't listen to the critics. They all tell you don't listen at all. Just just focus on what you want to do and what you want to get. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll make another video maybe in 2 days from now. So peace.